Good morning. This is Mark Bruno, editor-in-chief of the Cannata Report, and it's Friday, which means we are here with Frank. And Frank, I understand before we get started that I just want to always say like, comment, share. If you have a question for us, please reach out via the comment section. But I understand, Frank, that you've got youth on your mind today.
Well, thank you, Mark. It's a good introduction. I'm not used to interviewing somebody so young. And the gentleman I'm talking about is somebody, I guess it was featured in the publication about the younger generation in the business. It is refreshing to see a person of your age in the capacity you are, because one of the things that I think those of us who've been around a long time have been constantly worried about the aging in our industry. And it's nice to see young executives coming up, and certainly working for a great company and a wonderful environment. So we welcome that. So let's get to it, okay?
Awesome.
I know from the beginning that Frank was really favored as a lead position, managed print services. Because when CJ and I first went to visit with him, he talked about having a proprietary software developed. Is that something that you're currently using with your MPS placements?
Yeah, absolutely. I think although there's different parts of our business, at the core is managed print services, and we're still leveraging our proprietary software as part of that service, which can lead to more proactive service approaches to our clients, and really allows us to differentiate ourselves, and as well as some of the other tech that we've developed.
Well, Justin, it's very interesting, and certainly congratulations that you've been given such a big responsibility. I mean, having two locations in Texas, one Houston, another Dallas, you really got two very significant markets to be responsible for. What do you think of as your biggest challenge?
Coming from New York, relocating to Texas as of last July, my biggest challenge upon arrival was just shifting the way this business has gone to market. Historically, this company has targeted really most of their business in education, right? And when you look across FTG as a whole, our business focuses more towards enterprise accounts. So that was my biggest challenge, shifting the way that we approached the business, who we were calling on. And in turn doing so, we had to bring in new people, right? So I think the first 6 months of me being here, I made a lot of changes in both regards to that. So that was probably the biggest challenge, and we're getting out towards the end of that and starting to see some of these deals come through, and obviously the culture and people have changed dramatically since I arrived.
Well, that goes without saying. We have a great deal of respect for Frank Aspari and what he's done at that flex period. So it doesn't surprise me that you seem so well equipped and ready to get in there and get the job done. I noted that you also mentioned production print as an important area for the business. What's your feeling about production print in terms of where it fits in the business like yours?
Yeah, we see it as a large opportunity to grow our aftermarket. A lot of the enterprise customers will have production print centers and CRDs. And although that's not our core focus, that sometimes that's an avenue where we break into an account, and we're able to pivot and really get the full breadth of the MPS, which is really what we want. So, for us, it's something that we haven't put a ton of focus on here in Texas, but since that we've hired a couple production print sales specialists, and we're already seeing a good ROI on that. So yeah, we view it as an opportunity to continue to grow revenue here in the market.
So in other words, that you're looking at the implants from the standpoint of production print. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you see as the key advantage of doing that?
Yeah, so I think it allows us to get in the door and then expand from there. And that's really the focus for us. Being OEM neutral gives us a unique opportunity to be able to service multiple brands of equipment within one customer. You know, whether it's a production print device, a desktop printer, or even a Zebra label printer, we can support that under one singular agreement. And that's why when you look at some of, you know, our competitors, that's where we shine, when they have locations spread out all across the country with multiple brands of equipment in their environment.
If it's possible for you to share with us, what is the brand that you lead with in production?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, in Texas, we are primarily Canon, Ricoh on the production side, but leveraging the scale of Flex, you know, we have the ability to support, you know, almost every OEM in that capacity for production.
Well, you got two very significant production lines, so I don't think you'd be lacking that much and have to go elsewhere. But anyway,
Right.
those are two very strong lines in production, and that speaks well for what your opportunities are.